Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing a general reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your oracles. Messages for Capricorn. Have your perfection. Your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted in someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. On the bottom is finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. Okay. Let's get the graffiti cards. We're going to get 3 of these. Messages for Capricorn. Have Globetrotter, Adventurous, Jet Setter. No cap, authentic, truthful, and celebrating quietly. Mum's the word. On the bottom is Bloodsucker, Energy Vampire, depriving you at your own expense. What this looks like to me is there is one person here who's wanting to commit or settle down, and another who is not ready for that. And it seems to me like the one who's not ready for it is kind of being pressured into trying to settle down. There could be a possibility here that someone is not speaking their truth, not being authentic in regards, because this to me is someone who wants to, be adventurous, travel, not ready to settle down, not ready to be in one place. So this could be a reading about needing to be authentic with someone else. All right, so let's get the yin yang. We're going to get 3 of these for more context. Messages for Capricorn. Separation, longing, lack and doubts, and seeds and spring. On the bottom is apology and forgiveness. Yeah. What I feel like is going on here is one person here is realizing that they don't want the same thing as the other, but they're not communicating that. They're not communicating, I don't want what you want, or I'm not ready for what you are ready for. I think someone is preparing to end the relationship due to not wanting the same things, but I don't want to call it fear, but there's definitely hesitation in uh, wanting to do that. I feel like whoever's not wanting to settle down doesn't want to hurt the other person. I don't think necessarily this is anything personal as much as it is not being on the same page in regards to what the other wants out of the relationship. So let's get started with the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Capricorn. Have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Wands. 10 of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you, someone here does not want to settle down. So if you're the one, either you're the one who wants to settle down with someone, or you're the one who is not ready to settle down. But there is someone here, without a doubt, who is not ready to settle down. The World in reverse. So unfinished business, the cycle hasn't closed out. There could be some non-committal issues here. Someone is non-committal or afraid of commitment. because to me, it feels like the one who's not ready to settle down almost gets like the ick from someone being somewhat dependent on them. Someone here's not ready for family, but they also don't want to create conflict because of this. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Wands, Ten of Cups in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. And Justice. Whoever doesn't want to commit or isn't ready to settle down knows that the time has come to bring this out in the open. Like, as far as this person is concerned, the relationship has reached its peak. It feels to me like there's no compromise here. Like, one person does not want to settle down and the other person does. There's no compromise here in the situation. Eight of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Justice. The relationship is peaked because it's reached a point where something has to be done here. The one who wants to settle down is ready for commitment. So it's like, it feels like a now or never type situation. Two of Wands, yeah. Choice needing to be made. Hierophant, commitment. See these, hold on. Let me get the last card. Five of Pentacles in reverse. There's contradicting cards here. See, it's saying in regards to a choice being made, the one who is not ready to settle down, they're not trapped in their thoughts because there's no compromise here. Like I said, it's like, I'm not ready to settle down and that's the end of it. I'm not willing to, I feel like neither side is willing to compromise. And it seems to me like the idea has been brought up of some sort of new beginning, whether it's moving in together, getting engaged, getting married, becoming exclusive, whatever that is. The one who, I'm telling you, they just don't want to settle down. It's a hard no when it comes to someone wanting to settle down here and the other complying with that. It's just a hard no. And the one who doesn't want to settle down knows that in order to have balance, a decision's going to have to be made um, in order to balance the situation out. And what I feel like here is in regards to the one who isn't ready to settle down. I'm telling you, they don't want to hurt the other person. Their hesitation is from not wanting to hurt the other person, or they're wanting to somehow let this person down gently. Um, they don't want to be there to be conflict, but I'm wondering if maybe this person has allowed this relationship to go on for too long, because this is someone who is happy in the relationship as long as there was no indication of commitment. Um, I think this is someone who enjoys being in a relationship, and they can be in a relationship with someone exclusively, but whenever it comes to the part of tying, like someone feeling tied down, they don't want anything to do with that. So definitely a non-committal person, afraid of commitment. Tell me about the overall energy for Capricorn. The mountain, obstacles or challenges. Yeah, making a choice. So it's, once again, it's saying for the one who doesn't want to commit or doesn't want to settle down, there's a choice to be made here. But for them, the choice is already made. They're not going to commit. The bear, this is an authority figure or a protective energy. Once again, trying to let the other person down gently here or not create conflict, but also standing firm with what they want. And the bouquet, this is a gift or giving or receiving. See, needing to bring balance to the situation. The snake, that is deception. The one who doesn't want to settle down knows that the relationship is going to end. And I don't think they necessarily want the relationship to end, but they're also not willing to make any sacrifices on what they want versus what the other person wants. I feel like they feel if this could continue on the way it has been without any promises or commitments, then they would continue on. That is, it's all fine and good as long as the other person is, wanting the same thing. It's whenever two people want two different things that it becomes an issue. So let's see the situation. Tell me about the situation for Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles. See, this is the furthering of the commitment here, whatever this is. The Tower, Scorpio energy, and the Eight of Cups reverse. Yeah. See, this is showing whatever this new beginning is being blown up. But it's also showing someone not wanting to walk away. So the one who doesn't want to settle down is saying, if I have to commit, then I'm going to walk away. But if I can stay in this relationship without having to commit, then I don't want to walk away. So then it's pretty much on the other person's, it becomes their choice of how important is commitment to you. And no matter what side you're on, don't give in to what someone else wants just because it's what they want. Um, if you firmly feel like I want to be in a commitment, you should commit to me, then stand firm in your beliefs if that's what you want. It's really dependent on how firm your beliefs are. Are you willing to compromise? But don't, what's the word? Don't lessen whatever it is you feel just because that's what the other person wants. That's the point I'm trying to get across here, because ultimately, it's not going to work out. If you do something just because the other person wants you to, it's going to lead to unhappiness, resentment. It's just going to cause the relationship to go downhill because you're not doing what you truly want to do in the situation. It has to be equal give and take. It has to be a balanced situation. Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, see, Six of Pentacles in reverse. That's not an equal give and take, an imbalance. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something to do here. Whoever is the one who doesn't want to settle down, they have some sort of issues here with like clinginess or codependency. This seems like it's stemming from a deeper issue. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. See, this is showing up like it's not going to work. Like if I don't walk away, things are going to fail. And this energy is strongly coming from the one who doesn't want to settle down. I feel like they see the writing on the wall in regards to this situation, but I also feel like for them, they may have stayed too long. It almost feels like they may have somewhat led the other person on to make them feel like there may have been something more. Uh, at the end of the day, it's really neither here nor there, but Six of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I feel like was at least some amount of clarity from both sides on where the other stood, but this relationship continued anyway. So now it's time to make a move in this relationship, one way or the other. Eight of Cups, yeah. Five of Cups, regret and disappointment. And the Devil in reverse. I feel like at least one person here or both has a good amount of like awareness of the situation despite whatever's going on here, because it's once again someone who's seeing the writing on the wall. It's like, if I don't walk away, there's not going to be equal give and take. There's going to be regret here. The relationship is going to become toxic if I don't walk away. This can also be showing up. See, the Devil is Capricorn, but it's showing up in reverse. This can be showing up as someone who's not wanting to walk away, but knowing that things are not going to turn out well. Or if it's the other person, they don't want the other to walk away, but they are anyway. So this is showing up as a relationship that at least at this point in time, it's just going to be very difficult for it to work or work out. Now, I mean, this could be something that could be revisited later on when maybe, whatever, if the person who doesn't want to settle down may change their mind, because I do feel like there is love here in this relationship. And I do feel like there is like a mutual respect here, but these two are just not seeing eye to eye in regards to where they want the direction they want the relationship to go. Tell me about the situation for Capricorn. Clouds, darkness coming to light, or a time of improvements after hardship. This is darkness coming to light. This is the awareness I was talking about. This is someone saying, if I don't walk away, there's just going to be a lack of equal give and take, or is simply someone saying this new beginning or this change in the relationship is something I don't want. Key, getting answers. Yeah. There's going to be regret here. It's clearly showing that regardless from either side, because one doesn't want what the other wants, if these two stay together, it's going to lead to regret and resentment. Because the one who doesn't want to settle down feels the other, even if they're going to feel as though they're clinging on. There's something to do like, the one who doesn't want to settle down has something to do with like avoidant. What is it? Avoidant attachment. They're detached. They feel like commitment brings on too much like clinginess or neediness. Even if the other person is not clingy, they just have that feeling. There's something about commitment this person has issue with. But at the same time, the person who does want to settle down, because the other will be pushing away, it's going to cause resentment and unhappiness with them. So it's just not going to work. The child, new beginning, child or pregnancy. This is talking about this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like the one who is not wanting to settle down is seeing clearly that there's no way this is going to work. And like the time has come. I feel like the one who wants to settle down is pushing for more, and the time has come to put everything out there on the table. I feel like this is going to, because these two can't come to a compromise or come to like a meeting in the middle somehow, this is going to lead to separation, these two going their separate ways. Tell me about the outcome for Capricorn. Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. Yep. That's what this is showing as. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. It's like a breakthrough in regards to the path one or both of these people are choosing, looking at their options. I feel like those options are, is there any way we can work together in this relationship to make it work, or do we need to go our separate ways? It's saying there's going to be a breakthrough in regards to that. Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. To me, what this feels like are these two aren't meant to stay in this relationship. I feel like both energies have something else they should be going towards. And I feel like this is like, in regards to the breakthrough, this is the breakthrough that these two are realizing this isn't where we're meant to be. There's something else for us that requires us not being together. Because this feels very I don't feel like a lot of anger or anything. It's almost like an acceptance of, yeah, I don't think we are supposed to be together, or I think we would be better off apart. The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles. Get some more here. Knight of Wands in reverse. Emperor in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. The Fool. Ten of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. I feel like these two have seen this coming for a while. Like they knew. There's a feeling here of like, I knew this day would come. I feel like these two have seen in each other what the other wants. Like this is, I keep hearing this has been a long time coming. For one, they've been avoiding this, or even both could have been avoiding this. But for one in particular, to me, it's like I seen that this was going to happen, but I was trying to avoid it, like dancing around this situation. To me, this is coming from the one who wanted to settle down. Like they knew that the other would not settle down or want to further commit. To me, this feels like for the one that's wanting to settle down, like they've been trying to avoid this for as long as they could. But it's come to the point of, it was what I was talking about in the beginning, where, don't, if you're wanting to settle down, don't give in to what the other person wants just because it's what they want. And more than likely what's happening here is the one who's wanting to settle down is saying, I'm not happy with the way things are, and I know this person isn't going to commit, But in that, it should tell you everything you need to know. It's this situation is screaming that these two are not right for each other. That this isn't the direction. This isn't the path for them. And I feel like it's come to a point of no return where the, I keep hearing the writings on the wall. Like it's time to move on. Tell me about the outcome for Capricorn. Whip and broom. See, not taking action in regards to starting something new, but there's a breakthrough here. So it's almost like the tower has fell. Like there is the realization, like what has been seen cannot be unseen. And it's in the fact of it's become so very clear that these two need to go their separate ways. And the one who's been wanting to settle down has been avoiding that. And it's like time to no longer avoid. There's no way to avoid it any longer. The ring is commitment. Yeah. I feel like the one who is wanting to settle down has been waiting and avoiding in hopes that the other will see things differently. But if you're wanting to commit to someone and they don't want to commit to you, then find somebody that is willing to commit to you. That's the thing here. Heart, yeah, the relationship. Avoiding looking at other options in regards to relationship. The thing is, for the one that was wanting to settle down, was they wanted this person. They wanted this person regardless. And I think they were thinking, I want this person, and hopefully, maybe someday they will change. And that never came. So now it's time to let that person go. So tell me about the advice for Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So yeah, someone here is offering commitment. It's more than likely the one who wants to settle down. This feels to me like a Hail Mary, like a final, are you going to commit to me or not? If you're not going to commit to me, then this is more likely an ultimatum. If you're not going to commit to me, then the relationship needs to end. So I'm not sure. This second half seems more coming from the person who wants to settle down side, whereas the first half seemed more coming from the one who didn't want to settle down. So I don't know who is presenting this. It could be the one who doesn't want to settle down. It could be the one who does, giving an ultimatum here. I want to settle down. I want long term. I want family. I want the home. You need to make a decision. Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Swords, but also this is advice. So this could be saying an ultimatum needs to be given here. Two of Cups in reverse, yeah. Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is showing, death. This is showing either commit to me or we're ending this. This is a breakup, releasing someone, an ending, change, transformation. Two of Cups in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, death. Hermit. Yep, that's what this is. Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's the World. This is putting an end to this, ending the cycle. Either commit to me or I'm going to be alone. So this is without a doubt an ultimatum. The advice here is, especially for the one who is wanting to settle down, um, I keep hearing, if they won't commit to you, then they're not the one. And it's saying there needs to be an ultimatum here, saying, listen, if you don't want to commit to me, then we need to end the relationship. I just need to be alone, because I don't know. I need to release the always wondering, when are you going to commit to me? This needs to end. So yeah. Because it's just like I've been saying, if this person isn't willing to commit and you're wanting someone to be committed to you, you can find that somewhere else. The Tower. This is governments, businesses, institutions. It's also about the courts or divorce. This is showing up like a breakup. I don't think it's necessarily a divorce, but an ending of the relationship. The Fox, being sneaky or clever. This is more, I don't feel like this is someone being sneaky or clever as much as it's about strategy, because this is talking about not knowing, someone not knowing when or if the other is going to commit. They want to release themselves of that burden of always wondering. And the Coffin, once again, an ending, putting an end to the cycle. Because this is something, if the person who, like I said, the one who doesn't want to settle down, they're more than willing to continue on the way the relationship is, as long as commitment isn't involved. But the thing about it is for the one who does want to settle down, they're settling. They're settling just to stay with this person. So this can go on and on and on, as long as the one who is settling uh, allows it. So if this has come to a point where the one who wants to settle down is ready for commitment, wants some kind of commitment from the other, there needs to be an ultimatum here. Either commit to me, or I'm going to move on with my life and find somebody at some point that will commit. Okay, so let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Capricorn. It's just clearly saying that there is, without a doubt, an imbalance here in this relationship, and either things need to come into balance, and if that can't be achieved, then these two need to go their separate ways in order to find some sort of balance within both of their lives separately. So we have guilt. Guilt is an unresolved emotional entanglement that makes you reflect on your actions. By letting go of guilt, you can achieve spiritual freedom. Self forgiveness is an important step toward your inner peace. And on the bottom is anxiety. Anxiety stems from uncertainty about the future. When this card appears, it reminds you to let go of the fear of the future and focus on the present. Only in the here and now can you find true peace. Yeah. And the last oracles messages for Capricorn. You have protect, and on the bottom is love. Protect yourself when it comes to love. It's once again talking about that don't settle. Don't settle just to be with someone, because there's something here, not quite right when the other refuses to give in or compromise. Meet that it creates the imbalance whenever the other person's not willing to meet you halfway. Um and it's just going to snowball from there. So, all right, if you enjoyed the reading, that is what I have for you, Capricorn. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.